Here's our practice video for Bach Minuet 3. We're going to learn this piece the same way we did Minuet 1 and 2. And of course that means very short bows in the middle of the bow, listening for our toe, toe, toe sound. Of course, making sure the bow keeps its glue even through string crossings. We're going to make sure every string crossing is very well prepared. And of course, making sure that the finger for the left hand is prepared way ahead of when the bow moves. So the bow is always going to wait. We're going to set the finger and then play. The first couple measures, the bowing is down, up, up, down, up, down, up, up. And you'll notice that that pattern continues throughout the piece. So here we go. We're going to put the third finger down on the A string to begin. 3 hops over to D string. We move the bow over. 3 lifts, we come back to A. 1, 2, 3. 3 hops back to D. We move the bow back over. So I'm going to do that again without talking. Notice that I'm paying attention to equal quality of sound on the D string and the A string. Now we're going to set 2 on the A string for C, that's our low 2, and 4. We're going to make sure the next note that we play is 4, but we're going to make sure 2 always sets first. So 2, 4. We're going to move the bow over to A, and I'm going to play the next group. And of course here we have to jump from the E string to the D string. So I'm going to do that group again. Three sets. Now the bow moves over. Now the next section, here we go, still down, up, up, down, up, down. So we go to 2 on the A string, low 2 for C natural. High 2 on D string that sets right next to the 3, and that's how we're going to make sure it's in tune. Now right there, you notice in the music we have what's called a grace note. It's a little ornamental note. Basically without that, the basic skeleton of this melody is like this. But we put that little extra note that we can lean into that provides a little bit of extra pizzazz to this melody. And sometimes what you will hear on the CD probably, and many people will play this fast. But I think it's more appropriate to make this into a quarter note here. So it's going to be... And I think that's more appropriate to the character of this minuet. So that's how we will do the grace note. Now I'm going to go on, and you notice it's very similar to the beginning now. Again, we're setting 2 and 4. Bow moves over. Now here comes our change for the second time. Instead of the 2, it's open A. So really listen to the CD and notice how it takes a different turn the second time. First time high 2, second time open A. Now I'm going to take the repeat and I'm going to do this without any talking. Circle. And again, of course, here we circle to come back. Now, right here, again, we're going to put down 2 and 4, but this time it's going to be the E string. So the low 2 on the E string and the 4. This next line will be very careful with string crossings and finger setting. So here we go. 4, 2, 3, 4, 2. Now notice how the 2 stayed down, right? So here again, 4, 3. 3 is going to hop over to the A string. We move the bow over. If you're first learning it, that might be a very good little group of notes to play again. So I'm going to do it again, setting 2 on the E string and 4 on the E string. 3 hops over, bow moves over. Now the 1 is staying down here, and we're going to set the 2 on the E string to go on. Now 1 and 2 both lift. High 2 on the A string next to 3, and then 3 lifts. Let me sort of shadow bow the bowing for you there. It's down, up, up, down, up, down, up, up, down, up, down, up, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Now I'm going to play that again. This little bit right in here you want to do a lot very slowly like we're doing right now. So we're going to set the 2 and the 4. And I'm going to come a little closer so you can see my fingers better. One stayed down, now we lift. High 2. Now the next bowing is down, down, up, down, up, down. A, 1. Up, up. Now here we're going to save the bow and stop in the middle, and we don't need a circle here because we can just save the bow when we're lengthening the bows and go down again. So here we go. We're going to go down bow again. 3 hops over again to D string. Keep your 3 down, set the 4 on the A string, move the bow, come back and the 3 is still there. 3 hops to A string, low 2, 1, use 4 here, And that's a place that we want to make sure that you really get the bowing and the difference between the open A and the 4. So I'm going to do that again. A, 3, 2, 3, 4. There's a little group that you can repeat maybe 10 times in a row. Okay, now we're going to back up a little bit before that. Down, down. And then, of course, it circles and repeats. So that is the entire piece, and I want you to really stop this video quite a bit and just repeat those small groups, paying attention to bowing, paying attention to correct finger setting. The second thing we can think about with this, even as you're doing the short bows, is the sense of forward motion. 1, 2, and 3, and 1, 2, 3. You see where the emphasis was. I'm going to try to play that again so you can hear how I'm grouping these notes. So, and of course we do the next measure, the next couple measures the same way. Then the long line leading to here, to here. So you notice you can still have that good sense of phrasing even as you're learning this with these short bows. And you notice that if we have the 3 beats in the measure, which every minuet has, I'm thinking 1, 2, and 3, and 1, 2, 3. So we're always starting basically on beat 2 and ending on beat 1. 1, 2, and 3, and 1, 2, and 3, and 1, and so on. Hopefully you can hear that with the way I'm playing it. And by thinking of it that way, it really is the way the music wants to go. It's like a sentence that you would say. It flows where it needs to flow, and it actually becomes easier to play because you won't be as tempted to rush. So what I'm going to do now, without any further talking, I'm just going to play this through with all that nice phrasing, and I'm going to lengthen the bows the way it is after we learn all the notes with the short bows. So here we go. notice that all those 1, 2, 3s, those long held notes, I was very careful to count all 3 beats and hold it the full length. And I was also very careful to not have any accidental kick at the end as I was preparing to circle. So you have to make sure that it ends nicely. All right, so that is everything you need for this piece. Good luck and happy practicing.